Hey guys, Brian here from Thumper Fab. Today I'm going to walk you through the installation of our sheet metal Nerf rails on your Can-Am Defender.
First step is to take your Nerf rail and line it up with your rivets on the bottom and take and mark which rivets you need to drill out. Now using a 3/16 drill bit, you want to drill out those rivets that you marked. Now you'll need to take off your top 3 bolts here on your kick panel. You're now ready to take your rivet gun and replace the rivet in the bottom of your Nerf rail.
For the next step in the installation process, you'll drill a hole out that's marked by a dimple here in your rear plastics. You'll use an 1 1/4" hole saw to prep for mounting the top body of your Nerf rail. With your hole drilled, you can take a deburring tool and remove all the excess plastic around the hole. For the next step in the installation process, you'll mount your rear mount bracket to your top plate. For the last step of our installation process, we'll fasten the top plate to the bottom plate and the chassis of the vehicle. Before you tighten down the bolts that fasten your top plate to your bottom plate, you're going to want to mount your rear bracket to the chassis. You'll start by installing your black spacer in behind the bracket before feeding your bolt through the bracket, through your plastic spacer, into the frame. On the back side, you'll have an oversized fender washer and a nylon lock nut. With the fastener on your rear mount bracket loosely started, you can go ahead and begin fastening the bolts on your top plate, starting with your bolts that go into the door and moving down to the bolts that fasten the top plate to the bottom plate. Once you have all your lock nuts threaded onto your bolts that fasten the top plate to the bottom plate, you can go ahead and start tightening them evenly, moving from the center out before coming back and tightening the bolt that fastens your rear mount bracket to the chassis. With your rear mount bracket and everything else tight, you're ready to hit the trails.